Hello lovelies, Hollie Hope here, and we are unboxing our trust kit for our emotional empowerment box this month. I love this kit because it's one of my favorites in opening up some of that self-forgiveness and that self-understanding so that we can trust ourselves and know when to trust other people. It's also one of the kits that's going to help to balance out some of that stress and worry that's been rising up in a lot of us. That self-doubt it's pretty intense right now. So let's see what's inside. Okay, and this one jingles, so I love it. So the very first thing, you're gonna have your list, you're gonna have all of your meditations and information there. And then you have your crystal grid. I love making this one. I love making all of them. It's really fun to be able to paint and explore different animal medicines that come through when I meditate on each kit. So we will go over the crystal grid in more detail during that video, but I want to make sure that you got your crystal grid. The butterfly, so our beautiful golden ladybug will be featured in the video that's all about how to place your crystal grid. The animal medicine is just as important as the grid and the geometric formations as well. But we'll go over that in the other one, so I'm not repeating myself. So you have your beautiful crystal grid. You're also going to have your tarot card with a meditation. That's with Rick, and it's the star card this month. So there's beautiful symbology here, and he has a meditation that goes along with that. Next in our kit, you will notice you have the Lady's Choice tea. This is one that's meant to help us to calm the flow, to relax, to be able to trust ourselves, especially when it comes to matters of love and the body. And all of our subscribers are either people that love women or women themselves. So I think it's a perfect one to go in our kit. And this is supposed to open up some of that inner trust physically, emotionally, and connecting with that body piece. You also have your tea bags in here as well. Those are reusable, but we left enough that you could dispose of them if you wish. List, we have our beautiful Egyptian blown glass, and there's a cute little lid that goes in there. That's kind of fun. It's very beautiful, very nice. Everyone's a little bit different. And our goal with this one was actually to give you some options. So the next one up is our essential oil with the angel light in it. So that's got to have a roller ball, and you can actually pop off the top, and that little roller ball will just pop right out. And if you do that, you can pour some of it into your Egyptian blown glass. As far as what crystals and oils are in this, let's go ahead and dive in. So this one is going to have rose, which helps to heal the heart space, lemon, which helps to purify and cleanse, helps us to move forward, citronella, which helps to protect yourself from other people's energies and helps us to be shielded energetically and emotionally. It also has orange, which uplifts and excites and gets those creative core juices flowing. And then also grapefruit, which is my favorite citrus because it elevates the mood and it helps you to feel more vibrant and joyful. So it is an interesting blend that was really fun to make. And then inside here, you'll notice the crystals, those blue crystals are called angelite. Da-da-da-da. And the angelite is all about rebirth and connecting with your angels and connecting with what you cannot see. So sometimes that's the hardest thing to trust, right? Is those things we can't see. It also is going to help with attuning and aligning. It's easier to trust ourselves when we know where we're going and we know that no matter where our path is or how bumpy it gets, it's always the path. Even when it seems like things are dark and we've moved from our path, we're always on the path. In my private sessions, I don't know how many times I say this, as we're struggling with trauma or choices that we made that we wish we didn't make and we have some regrets. It's to understand that even when it's hard, even when it feels like we've made a mistake, we've never been off the path. It's just been a learning tool or a piece that comes along with it. The angelite is also going to be an activator from your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. So this whole section. So a lot of what you're going to notice we picked crystal wise is going to connect with all of this space. So we want it to activate especially that throat area. So this is one that I do recommend if you're going to do the roller ball, taking the roller ball and just rolling it right here on the back of your neck. There's a little portal there, or along your throat if you feel like you need some extra support. Don't throw it. Look at that. I trust myself to catch it. Okay, hopefully you're enjoying this smell. I loved making it. My whole house smells like it. Okay, so, Angelite also helps with a lot of that healing, protection, and increasing gratitude as well. I didn't specify that. So that's your Angelite crystals. They're those light blue colored. Okay, so next we're gonna look at your beautiful Dragon's Blood sage. You got 2 of them this time. And I invite you to, as you go through your kit and you go through your videos, I invite you to set one as the intention of purifying your space and those around you and your environment, and the other one gets to be set aside to purify yourself and use for ceremony. The reason we do ceremonies is because it's all about intention. Even with these, it's all about intention. So it is a type of sage that has been treated and has the dragon blood applied to it. So just so you know, and it is a little bit messier, so don't put them on white tablecloths because they will leave red spots because it is a dehydrated dragon's blood that's on here. So you want to make sure that when you burn it, that you have it somewhere that you can make a little bit of a mess, or in a container would be powerful. If you've already subscribed to our kits, you already have a few options as containers. So hopefully you have, especially the shell. That one I think is my favorite, the Abalonian shell. That one was in our abundance kit. So with the dragon's blood, it's a little bit different from the sage that's just going to be plain. And the reason it's different is because it's going to amplify the cleansing. So it's regular white sage is a cleanser of space. It creates a 0 point, a neutral. When you apply it with the dragon's blood, it amplifies that cleansing, but it's also going to protect, and it's also going to heal. It's going to amplify your intention, which is why I recommend having an intention for your intention. It's also going to help with a lot of the wound healing. Dragon's blood is known for helping you move through the wounds faster. Dragon's blood is also going to help you increase the potency of any healing or magical work you do. So these are like, if you have some heavy stuff to clear, this is what you use. Usually when I clear somebody else's space, or like maybe somebody really negative came in, or there's something traumatic that happened, I'll use the dragon's blood because I need that extra oomph, that extra amplifier. Okay, so that's our dragon's blood. And then you have, of course, your beautiful feather that is the black and the gold, and that's reminding us that as we do our shadow work, that's usually where our golden lushness comes from, is from knowing what needs to be healed, knowing what needs to be looked at. And a lot of times it's the hard things that we've done that actually build that trust factor, that build us up to trusting ourselves deeper in the future, because we know red flags, we know poor decisions, and we know how to shift it so it's a little bit different later, or we know we can handle it because we've already done it when we're moving through emotional things. So that is to be used with your dragon's blood. You can light it and then you smudge it with the feather. Just make sure that you always have a window or a door cracked, and then you'll use the feather to push out any negative energy. So make sure you have that open, plus it gets really smoky. Okay, so one of the things I love in this kit is our medicine bag. So this you can wear around your neck when you're in ceremony. You can also, sometimes what I'll do is I'll even just use it to carry my items if I don't want to actually wear it, because you know, if you put a lot of crystals in it, it starts to get heavy. But I love it because it's meant to hang at your solar plexus and your stomach area. So if you want it to go higher, you can just loop it or cut it and tie it so it's a little bit shorter over your heart if you feel like your heart's where you need extra support. I use mine when I am doing medicine ceremonies. A lot of drum circles, you'll see me wearing it when we do the initial opening of the ceremony, but I will also put it on top of an altar, like I did a Temazcal, which is like a sweat lodge, and a Mayan sweat lodge in Mexico. And so I had my crystals in it, but I didn't want to take them into the Temazcal, and so I left it out on the altar so that they could charge and offer support. And then we're going to go into our pouch and we're going to get out our Apache Tears. Ta-da! Apache Tears are one of the beautiful stones that help with psychic protection, and they help us to not have other people influencing our minds. And you got 2 because, and that was for a reason. For me, I always pair Apache Tears in 2s, and I thought it was a known thing, but apparently I'm the only one who does it. So I don't know why, but and I swear that I was told that by a human that you were supposed to do it, but I guess it was by a spirit person, non-physical being, or maybe I just had it come to my mind, and I trust that because this is the trust kit. So your Apache Tears come in pairs, And if you hold an Apache tear up to the light, you can actually see through it slightly. You have to have really bright lights. And they're always in pairs because it's to remind us that we're not alone. Just outside of Superior, Arizona, there is a mountain, and it's now called Apache Cliff, but it had a different name before that. And back in 1875, there was a group of Apache warriors that were ambushed. And as they were battling, many of their people were slaughtered. And there were warriors left who refused to give up. And they refused to succumb to the people who wished them harm. They didn't want to give anybody the satisfaction of taking them, having power over them, claiming them, or, you know, the humiliation that they might do, or hurting their body. And so therefore they choose to take their own lives and leap from the cliffs rather than allowing someone else to dictate when they chose to die, how they chose to die. And so the tears, now it depends on which legend you read. One legend says that the tears of those as they fell and became the earth and became part of these obsidian stones called Apache Tears. The other legends I've studied on have said that it's the family members who wept for those who jumped, and they became tears. And so it is said that when you carry an Apache tear with you, you're actually carrying the essence of that warrior, of that energy. And that's why they're known to have good luck with them, because you're carrying that warrior spirit, that I know what's best for me and I will not let anybody else dictate. That's part of, I believe, why we were supposed to have them in this kit, because it's about reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your essence, reclaiming your power, reclaiming you, and not letting anybody else determine how you live. So there's a fierceness to that, and there's a warrior's element to that. We have the dragon's blood to amplify, and then we also have the Apache tears to do the same. But then remembering that you have two of them together to remember that you are not alone. When those warriors leaped from the cliff, it wasn't just one person. They did it as one. And so as we're learning to trust ourselves, remembering that everything we do gets to be as one, it gets to be together, and not just together with humans, but also together with our spirit tribe, with our angels, with our spirit guides, with our spirit animals. We don't have to do all this by ourselves. And the more we align with ourselves, the more easier it will become to flow. They also help to amplify critical thinking and being more logical. And it's really cool because it is a type of obsidian, so it is protective as well. Next we have our brass bell. So bells have so many beautiful symbolisms. One of the ones I love is it's like, idea. I just got on, ding ding, you're it, right? And so sometimes when we get those ahas, it's important to celebrate. So you can use your trust bell to celebrate. You can also use it when you're doing sound healing. So rattles help to break up the negative energy, drums help to push the heaviness out, and high notes like bells help us to align back in. So, and we'll do more with these later as well. But that is your beautiful bell that's in your kit. And the next thing we have, optical pink calcite, is a lot more square. They help with removing emotional stress, adding some of that calm when you're trusting and you're flowing. You want to feel calm, right? That's one time it's good. It also enhances the flow of your crown, the very top of your head, all the way down to your heart. So you can even lay down in meditation and lay them on your body to help amplify that channeling. They also help to amplify the healing energies. So if you're already on a mission of healing and purging, they're going to push it forward. You notice a lot of the things in here are like going to push. They're going to amplify and magnify the things that you're already trying to do. They're also great for helping you to carry out physical action, because sometimes we may get in our head and we just think about things we should do, but we don't trust it enough to actually take action. And that's what the optical pink calcite will help with as well. They also help to release from past fears and mistakes. I really love this one because we could not have picked a better one for trust, is getting over those things of the past, and allowing ourselves to step forward, trusting other people and trusting ourselves especially. And that's where that whole forgiveness piece comes in. So that is our beautiful pink calcite, and we will talk about that more in the video for the crystal grid as well. Next we have our bloodstone. This stone is carved to be a worry stone, meaning that there's an open concave part, and all you have to do is rub it to connect with that. The special thing about the bloodstone is that it's called bloodstone because the legend has it, I love that we have so many crystals that are filled with legends. The legend has it that the bloodstone is actually created as the drops of Christ when he was crucified fell to the earth. They became stone, and then this is the one. So bloodstone helps us to enhance our Christ consciousness, enhancing our connection to the divine. Bloodstone helps us a lot with strength on those really dark days and those really hard times when perhaps our trust isn't as strong as it could be. Stone is also known as the warrior stone because warrior, not worrier. We're combating worry. The warrior stone because anciently warriors would carry this stone into battle. So it is known as one that is to offer strength, clarity, awareness, and that grounding sensation, but also activating your heart chakra. So by activating the heart chakra, when you are going to battle and you are, digging in your heels and you're set on one action or intention, the bloodstone helps us to understand why we're doing what we're doing and to make sure that we're operating out of our heart space. Ensure you're in alignment, which is what this is all about, right? So that is our beautiful bloodstone. That is everything in our beautiful trust kit. I am so grateful that you took the time to explore what's in your kit and that you are moving forward and trusting your own instincts and intuition in order to get the tools to help you to amplify and trust yourself even more. So we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.